Y'all, I may never go back because in today's video, I'm going to share with you 8 insane secrets that I've found out about my M1 Ultra by xTools that I think you're going to be really impressed by. I am so excited to share these with you because these are things that I think will really help you understand how a machine at this caliber is going to work for you and all the fun things about it. If you're excited to learn more about Cricut, crafting, xTools, and so much more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Makers Gonna Learn as we post videos almost 7 days a week. Are you ready to dive in? Let's go! As I was gearing up to dive into working with xTools and this M1 Ultra, I was really having a hard time wrapping my head around exactly how this machine could do so much in what looks to be a pretty simple box, right? I was like, how does all of this work? Well, the amazing thing about this is secret number 1. It's quick changing cartridges. They have been able to take this laser machine, which is also a printer, which is also a cutter, which is also like an adaptive tool machine, and turn it all into cartridges. Look at this right here. Whether you want to use a 10-watt laser, get the 20-watt laser, inkjet printer, or Cartridge X to work with so many different tools, it's as easy as picking which cartridge you need and snapping it into place. This has been one of the best kept secrets about how this machine can do so much, but keep it so simple. I think you're gonna be really impressed by how easy it is. Think about this, just opening the machine up, being able to pick which cartridge you're working with today, being able to snap it in and then lock it into place, and guess what? You're good to go. You'll be able to use this right away with ease, and it is so much fun. That is one of the best kept secrets about this machine, is that all of these cartridges is where the power lies versus having the machine be super complicated, overwhelming, and trying to understand how it all works. Nope, it's all cartridge based. They're easily able to snap in and snap out with ease. One thing I love about this machine is that it has that inkjet printer. And this was something that kind of like piqued my interest because I don't know how many legacy Cricut crafters there are, but there was a Cricut Imagine machine once. And that machine was able to print and then cut. And it was my personal favorite Cricut machine they ever had, as it had this HP inkjet printer like powered inside. So when I saw that the xTool was also a printer, it totally piqued my interest. I was like, this is going back to my roots. Yes, 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 I love this, okay? So with inside the inkjet printer, which is super small, one thing I'll tell you right out of the gate, this is not going to replace your home printer. The quality of it is not phenomenal, but what we do love the quality for is when you want to print onto wood, which we traditionally have just not been able to. This is fantastic. But let me tell you the secret that we found to get our print quality to be phenomenal, like out of the gate, amazing. And all you need to do is add a thin base layer of white paint onto any wood surface. Very light, use a multi-surface paint, just a light coat, and then you'll be able to print and have such vibrancy onto your wood with the inkjet cartridge with your M1 Ultra. It's gonna change the game. We're obsessed with it. You'll love it, and the results will be flawless, and I can't wait for you to see this come to life. Secret number 3 is mastering which blade is for what materials and being able to integrate that with the correct base. For example, do you need to use the prism? Should you use the honeycomb if you have the raised bed? Or do you need just the regular base plate with a cutting mat? Learning those things are the most important, in my opinion, for your success with your xTool laser or machine, right? You must know what cartridge, what material, being sure to know what blade you need to work with, and being able to know exactly which base is going to be best for you. Whether it's honeycomb, we really have enjoyed working with the prism. This is great to just lay your MDF, your wood onto it, and then watching it go to work and have an amazing lasering process. This is really, really fun. Now, the thing about xTool is that you could laser, you could use the regular cut, you can be able to foil, you're going to be able to use the rotary blade, and with all of that, there's a few different things you have to trade out. So be sure to look, and as you go through the process, to pick the right blades and the right tools and the right bases. That is going to be the most important part for your secret to master this machine. And what I'll tell you from my very little experience so far is it's not as hard as you think. It is actually easy, simple, and a lot of fun. I think my biggest constraint and what has held me back so much from using this machine and diving into it like full on submersion and like really crafting with it is that I thought I wasn't ready for it. I thought you weren't ready for it. I just thought it wouldn't be something that would be worth doing, which in fact, I have been so impressed by the amazing ease and flow that you'll experience using this machine. Okay, this next one, I am not entirely sure how good it's gonna work, but xTool has a very special tool right here that you're able to put your tumblers, your cups in, and supposedly you could engrave, for example, the entire cup because it will spin and it will go with you. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, out of all my time in the craft industry, if this works, it's going to be crazy. Like, I have very little expectation for this to be able to work with ease and flow, as we were just talking about. So if you've used this, if you love it, you're gonna have to chime in because I want you to tell me what you think. I will definitely be testing that in upcoming videos and things like that. If you're curious what that is exactly called, it is called the RA2 Pro Rotary Add-on, and it'll allow you to kind of go through and pop your tumbler in there. It will spin it as it is engraving it and things like that. I think you're going to be really impressed to see that you can use your tumblers, your cups. Rounded surface is just something that is really hard to do this on, which is why if you're considering one of these machines, the raised bed is kind of a requirement, because if you just have the M1 Ultra without the raised bed, you're not going to be able to do that because it doesn't fit in. You must have this lower piece that then gives you the honeycomb as well. So it all kind of works together. So be sure to make an empowered decision when you're picking out your machine. Now, next up, one thing that I love about this machine and something that I'll personally be using for birthday parties, get-togethers, celebrations is cutting acrylic. I don't know about you, but when you can cut acrylic and you can make some elaborate, really awesome cake toppers, holy cow. You can unlock a lot of money, first of all, if you're willing to make and sell those on Etsy. So good. And personally, having the ability to cut acrylic isn't incredible. But here's the thing. You cannot cut clear acrylic with this, or you cannot cut acrylic that is clear or blue, okay? So be careful on what color acrylics you're working with. When it comes to this machine, because of the type of laser it is, because of some of those parameters, you have to think of some workarounds if you're wanting to do clear acrylic or blue acrylic. But any other color acrylic, black acrylic, other things like that is really awesome to be able to cut through with this machine. You will not believe at how great of quality it is. Next up is the Honeycomb working bed. So if you decide to invest in the raised bed, you get inside, you get this amazing honeycomb. Now, why I love the honeycomb right here is because guess what? It is going to allow more ventilation and airflow to go through, and it's going to allow for better cuts, which I really, really enjoy. So having, not only the prism, but unlocking the Honeycomb is actually really nice, and you can go back and forth between the two. Both of these help with airflow, but if you're working with larger projects, the Honeycomb is just so great to have, and it allows you to just seamlessly, work with it and things like that. You can see, since you don't have to like tape down your material or anything like that, you get some of these really fun little magnet grips that can help secure your material in place, especially if it's like a really big elaborate project or anything in those type of regards. They give you some of these too, which I really have enjoyed, because I am someone who's like, I need to tape this down, I need to secure it down. What if it like moves around? Like, I don't want to waste any material, because when you're using a laser, like, you've invested a lot of money inside for your different types of material. You know what I mean? When it comes to Cricut, we always talk about measure twice, cut once. But with this new feature inside of xTools, you've got to learn it, because I am obsessed with it and we're using it every single time that we're using this machine. So if you want to get your laser design perfectly centered every single time, all you need to do is mark your processing area and utilize the laser's built-in centering mark. When you're able to center in where your material is, it's going to allow you to make sure that you're putting it perfectly where you want it, being able to size it and make sure it's appropriate to the size you're wanting to cut is going to work inside the size of material that you have available. We've really enjoyed how this process is flowing, and we're so excited to teach it to you in more in-depth videos coming up. What did you guys think? These are so fun little tips, tricks, hacks, secrets that are going to change the game if you decide to get one of these M1 Ultra machines by xTool. I'm so excited to hear what you think about this. So if you're interested in learning more about it, can you leave me a comment down below? Tell me the exact things that you want us to teach, educate, and share with you. I would love to be able to provide this to you. If you're interested in checking out more about this machine and all the different tools, accessories, things like that, check out the supply list down below. We'll link those for you. And if you have any questions, be sure to check out the description box for all of that. I've linked to you an amazing training right down below that will teach you how you can make money using your creations, selling your designs, and learning more about Etsy and that powerful platform. We've helped hundreds of people get their first, second, and build a steady, stable Etsy shop. We would love to help you too. Check out that training right down below. It's completely free, and we'll see you back here real soon. Bye, guys.